think I'm gonna go through some stuff and try to find my coil. I'm in desperate need of a coil, and my current one is pretty much dead. So yeah, I have no idea where I'm looking now. I don't know if this is an every night thing or once a week. So yeah, I'm gonna start going through some boxes here in a moment to try to find a coil for my vape, and if I don't happen to notice you right away, just chill and yeah, watch the fish tank. BRB. I have one. Yay. Feel free to say something at any point. Not that I'm sure you care, but you know. What the fuck are you? Oh, this is from a blacklight. So, I found some little brackets that hold up my blacklight that I have behind the tank. I completely forgot about this. I'm trying to find coils and I'm finding other shit. Yay! Not really, but whatever. All I know is I need coils. Hi, whoever you are. Hi, random creepy stalker person. Time to put Evie back in the car. It's been far too long. Feel free to say something at any time, because you know, kind of the whole point of this. Talk. Fucking coil. Through a kangaroo. That was in here, but let's check anyway, because we never know what we'll find. Except I think a dog ate it, and I'm so fucked right now. Fook, dook. Yay, fish food. That's garbage. Ooh. Coal, and I'm coming up lost for words, which is kind of pissing me off because I know I have one, but I don't know where it is, and it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off, pissing me off, pissing me off, pissing me off. I'm down to 0 people. Yay! Oh shit. Just fucking right. I don't know where my coil is, which means I'm screwed until the time. Just fucking look. Where's that container? Ow. Oh shit. Oh, it's their mother trucker. Hi people. 22 minutes and still nothing. Woo. Something will happen eventually. Or whoever gave me the thumbs up, thank you. And whoever gave me the thumbs down, thank you. It's just another viewer added on to my little ticker. It's blue. It looks better in person. It's most definitely a shade of blue. Kind of looks green. So, how are you doing tonight, Casey? How's your night going? You're cool. So, how's your night going so far? That's good. Not so much here. It's a little Florida-y. Got a little bit of heat, a little bit of rain, a little bit of clouds. Mostly today it was just kind of warm, stuffy. What'd you have for dinner? Something good, I hope. Lucky. It's 11:39 here. Almost out. I think the last time I was obsessed with bologna, I was like 9. Not a big fan of bologna. Ate that stuff too much as a kid, and I just lost the taste for it. However, if it's fried bologna with some chips on it, that's some good shit. Some mayo and mustard on it. Some cheese. Thank you to person number 2. I'm assuming you give me a thumbs up. Unless that was you, Casey. If so, then thank you. And just in case if you're wondering, yes, I did. I've got I have brittle nails. So I like to put a little bit of clear coat with some tea tree oil mixed in. Yes, plain potato chips. Lay's are better. Well, it's appreciated. Thank you. So what do you do for work, Casey? That is, if you feel comfortable to tell me. Me, I sell alcohol. Liquor, beer, wine. Unfortunately, I never get the good shit in. Mostly because I have no control. Although I wish I did. I'm about the only one that cares. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what do you do for, it's an actual liquor store. There's booze, wine, beer. Nothing convenient about it, considering we never have what people want. Round 2 is done. Now I just let this dry and we're good. Yeah, it's the same way here. You can buy beer and wine in a grocery store, but liquor, you have to go to an actual liquor store. That's cool. I'm sure you make great money doing that. More than me, anyways. It's supposed to say part 2. So what do you want to talk about, Casey? Give me a topic. Let's talk about something interesting. Just nothing political or religious. Those are very touchy subjects for anybody. That loud noise? The trickling or the constant blowing? Which one are you talking about? If you can hear the fish tank over the AC, I'm really surprised. Or you got really good camera or really good speakers, because that is the fish tank running in the background. Yeah, the trickling. Tis tis a fish tank. I've got a bigger one that I want to get set up, but right now I'm kind of stuck. I don't know why, but I guess there's like a really bad delay with this. I have no idea. Let me pop over. Let me open it up on here. See how bad the delay is. I don't know why, but I guess there's like a really bad delay with this. I have no idea. Let me pop over. Let me open it up on here. See how bad the delay is. Yeah, you can definitely hear it through that. It's probably about a good 30 to 45 second delay. Probably could go a little more east, but by that point I'd be at the ocean. And I'm pretty sure you can go a little more, but I don't think you want to go that far. Seems like you really like it where you are. Hey, we can just go in one massive circle and meet in the middle. There's always that. One of us is going to have to zigzag, or both of us cross paths somewhere, somehow. Blue mojito. Although I'm trying to find, or I did try to find, my coil for my vape, but unfortunately I have no idea what I did with it, and I've only got so many boxes labeled desk, so unfortunately I have no idea where the hell it went. This one is completely dead, and yeah, I'm screwed until sometime tomorrow. Yeah. Oh my god, go away. I actually order my juice online paid 20 bucks for a 120 ml bottle. That bottle in particular was 10 bucks because they're getting rid of it. Unfortunately, it's a good juice though. They actually have really good vape juice. So if you vape, it'd be a good place to get your juice, and it takes about 3 days to get it. Let me see something. Yeah, it's 3 milligram Nick. I was at 6 for a while. I've never really smoked that much, just on occasion, especially if I wanted to go to sleep. It was more of a sleep aid. Yeah, no, that's definitely not a good thing. You don't want to. Boy. You definitely don't want to take too many pills when you are having kidney issues. No, I live with, so fuck it. Yes, it's me. Yeah, that's nice. I haven't really finished unpacking. Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Oy. Um, it's kind of I guess I don't know who these side viewers are, but they clearly don't want to say hi, so that's cool. They're here watching. I guess that's what matters. Um, but yeah, no, I moved a couple weeks ago, and the AC central doesn't really work right now, and I didn't get a window unit until about a week ago. Actually, it was not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before I had to be to work. So I haven't really had a chance, because then last Friday I was trying to get this done and I was going to get some help, but they wanted to do other things, little fuckers. So I didn't really get that done. But I'm hoping this week. Yeah. Ugh. Acid reflux. Taco Bell. That was my dinner for the night. About 2 weeks. Pretty much didn't stay in the room until it was time to go to sleep. And I had a big fan, well, a stand fan, and a little fan blowing at night. And I tend to get cold once I go to sleep, so it didn't really bother me that much. The window unit actually got delayed because I had an unexpected $200 key replacement for my car. So that was fun. But now, it's pretty cool. Oh shit, I need to wake up. But it does the trick. I've kind of played with the knob a little bit to try to get it to where I want it, to where it's going to feel nice with no fan required. See, I kind of miss that. I miss the seasons. Not so much the cold, although it is pretty cold in here, but I do miss the seasons. The leaves changing and falling and everything. Yeah, it's a special key, and yeah, about $180, and I was extremely pissed, but it is what it is. On the bright side, the key that they gave me as a replacement doesn't like to stay closed, so I called the guy back out here, and he made me another key, which for some reason he couldn't connect to my car. So now I have two keys, so I can leave the good key in the car, and then I could take the new key with me to lock the door, so that way if I need to run inside anywhere for something, I don't have to turn my car off. That too. uh, Ebish. Well, shit. Whatever. So how's the weather right now where you're at? Ooh, that looks so good. Slow cooker chicken tortilla soup. Sounds really good right now. Ooh. That's Florida too. Florida can do that. It gets real crazy here. $45 days? It's not bad. Now it just being in the slow cooker makes it a hell of a lot more flavorful. Yeah. I used to live up north and it kind of get like that sometimes. It's bipolar weather. Shit sucks. Only thing I miss about up north is the first snowfall, changing fall time, and then springtime when it starts. Hi, second person again. Shit. Hey, bitch. That's pretty cool. So how'd you come up with the name? Where'd that meathead go? Meathead!
Come on in, help yourself. Some to the party table. Come on in, help yourself. Oh, hello, hello, love. Hello, 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 lovers. Welcome, welcome. Come in. Come in, my child.
So do you have just the one dog, or?
Lessons learned always. Okay.
Yeller!
I'll give it to you.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah. I'm going to take my shower. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Could you hand me that drink, please?
Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Oh.
And help yourself to the party table. We've got a brand new party table. I just picked it up from Costco. Don't break it. Don't sit on it. Don't lean on it. We've got some blueberry muffins.
I finally got.
Sweet iced tea. So enjoy it.
Yes, it's so pretty.
Easy cup of sweet iced tea. Go find your seats. Gather round. I was addressed earlier today via both text message, how do you say, comment section, commentaries, and Carla did this video here. And
I got my.
So I'm gonna do my best.
You have a meathead.
Move forward, however that your direction may be. So. How are you, Hollywood Care Bear? Welcome, welcome, darling. How are you? Hello, no life, low life, Stewie. How's your channel holding up? It's not funny, Stewie. I laugh not at your channel's being recycled and taken down. I laugh at your tenacity.
English Bulldog is what he is.
I enjoy your tenacity. Just keep on with the keep on. That's the way I see it. That makes me give you a virtual high five. Because I would be like, girl, see how I just said girl? There's proof. Was I calling? No, I was not calling you a girl. Putting that out there. Now I feel like I gotta mention it every time there's words slipped out my mouth. But I would say, girl, you just started another channel. Screw those haters. Listen, you built an empire once, you can build another. That's the way I see it. I don't know what else is going on out there in between on this rather dull. Are we on Wednesday here? Are we on Wednesday evening? We are. I think we are. Who's it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. I don't know. Listen, it doesn't matter.
No.
Doesn't matter. Not this week anyway. Come on, make yourself known. We got Philly Girl. I always say blotch, whether male or female. Blotch or bitch or biatch. Biatch, there it is.
I don't know what I did.
There's my warrior grandma. How are you? I'm waiting to see if Fundy discovers us on or not. Yeah, and I'm also waiting for weeks
Those are very deranged dogs.
It's not like those guys.
They're not bad dogs. I'm just not a fan of dogs with the saggy jowls and slobber a lot. Tend to stain furniture and clothes.
Once I get going, I'm really just going to be focusing on this video that Carla did. I'm going to just go ahead and live stream her and see if I can address some things. There was a lot. There was just a lot. I don't know if I'm going to be able to address everything, but we'll get through it. We'll see what we can figure out.
Okay, this thing is busted.
Where's Wig Central? Wig, hello, darling. How are you, lover? I see you. I'm just busy doing some errands. Be a few before I can get back in. That's fine. You take your time. Take your time, lover. Let's do a sound check on the video. Oh, we do that.
Thankfully, I don't get 2 Blitz off a 6-pack. I could drink a 12-pack and be fine.
Can y'all hear it?
It's when I drink liquor that once I get to the bottom of a 5th, I get like that.
Can y'all hear that at all? Okay, Boston says yes. Okay. Because I have my fan going and everything. I just said, and you can hear me. Can you hear me okay if I didn't talk right now over her? Are you okay? Testing, testing. Okay. Alright, so let's get that started. Let's start from the very beginning. Let's start from the very beginning. I think I'm gonna use.
Sorry, I'm actually sending an email at the moment because my little package that I just received, there was a problem with it, so I want to make sure that it can be properly taken care of in a timely manner. Sorry, I just seen your one question about my screen name. Care Bear was a nickname in high school that was given to me, and then Hollywood is my home. Hollywood, California. So what's one of your much? Ugh. What's one of your favorite shows to binge watch? Either on Netflix or TV.
Bear with me. I've got messages popping up here.
It's the only place that's felt like home to me. I think I might. Preacher? What do you mean by preacher? Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. It took me a second. Yeah, Orange is the New Black. I watched it, I think, a couple days after it. No, it might have been about a week, maybe two, tops, after it came out on Netflix, and I binged that whole season. I cried like a big baby. I'll admit it. I don't care. That last series was very traumatic. I'm actually kind of curious if Orange is the New Black is based off of an actual event that happened to somebody, which I kind of believe it is a little bit, because the whole celebrity being locked up, Martha Stewart. I've got four? For what? I'm so confused, I only see two. Let's do this. I've got three. Who's there? I'm at 4 now, apparently. I guess I'm lagging on this end. Hi, other people. What is your favorite binge watch show? On Netflix or Hulu or whatever it is you have or watch. What is your favorite binging show? So far we've had a common is Orange is the New Black. They're probably the ones that aren't saying anything. But I ain't hating. Yay! I guess nobody wants to respond. That's cool too. Right now, a show that I am binging is Shameless. They just released season 9 a few days ago, probably about a week ago. I've been waiting a very long time. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last good full season because Fiona will no longer be participating in any future seasons, which really sucks. She kind of made the show. But I guess there was a pay discrepancy amongst the cast to where the guy who plays Frank was getting paid more than her. So I guess she kind of just said enough is enough and just left. However, I do think that it could have been handled differently. Honestly, she probably should have been the one getting paid more because the show was pretty much based around her raising her brothers and sisters. William H. Macy, however, he was pretty much the star of the show, but he wasn't the star of the show. Granted, he did have a lot of on-screen action. However, though, pretty much the show was based around the Gallagher kids. It is an amazing show, so long as you aren't homophobic or racist or anything else. You would actually like the show. I think it's borderline on a realistic portrayal of the typical family. However, I would assume that you don't have an issue with gay people because, well, you're sitting on my live chat, so. Got a little bored. So I got a little bored and I added some color just cause. I had bought it for Halloween a few years ago. However, if you have Netflix, you can just watch it on there. They're pretty much up to date. Well, now they're up to date. Right now it's 9 seasons. They're getting ready to do a 10th season. I would assume you had Netflix because you mentioned Orange is the New Black. Unless there's another platform that it's played on. Although I do know it's an original for Netflix. I gotta stretch. My legs are cramping up. Sparkles! It's actually just confetti. Black and blue confetti. Ah! What, the sparkles will drive you crazy? The confetti, I mean? Drive you crazy looking at it or having it on you? There's a difference. Let's see what else I was watching. I'm on episode 10. I've got a few minutes left of episode 10 on Shameless. And there are 14 episodes. So I plan on finishing this one and maybe watching one more before I go to sleep. You're cool. But I'm about to get in a way more comfortable position than what I'm currently in right now. Because my legs are getting very sore. Much better. Or not. Take that back. Acid reflux is a bitch. So, what is your favorite holiday? Me, I'd have to say I love Halloween. Uh, I say Halloween because to me, I think it is one of the better of the holidays, solely because of the fact that you don't have snotty little kids rubbing it in their classmates or their friends or neighbors' kids' faces that they got something nice, while that kid might have not got nothing at all. We pretty much live in a society where kids are more important about materialistic things than they are everything else. And then I think it's also a fun holiday too because it gives everybody a chance. Young or old, to express themselves with their creativity and their designs and their decorations. It's more about just having fun and being creative and less about people constantly wanting or people constantly feeling like they have to give to make somebody else happy. So much to the point that they feel the need to mentally and physically exhaust themselves to purchase expensive items.
And it doesn't matter if you say you did anything better the night before, and then you forgot, and then you did that.
Pills don't really work on me. I was talking about this the other night. I pretty much have to take a very high dosage of whatever just to feel something. So what I do is I drink this, preferably room temp, and in this case it's pretty cold, but it's not throw it in the fridge and get it cold. It tastes cold. It goes down cold. But it's my go-to. Oh, you're one of those people. That's one thing. See, Christmas for me is a touchy subject. But I kind of look down on Christmas because there's too many people that are constantly more worried about what they're going to get and how much it's going to cost. But then on top of that, you walk into any store, you're going to see Christmas before Halloween. Before Halloween even gets here, you'll see Christmas, September, October. Like, at least wait until November before you start putting up Christmas decorations. Let us Halloween freaks get our fill and our fix before you taint it by putting out Christmas stuff. Bike kids? What do you mean by bike kids? And then also too, you're saying partner. Are you gay, or is that how you just describe your wife? And it's not even kids being materialistic, it's anybody and everybody, no matter the age. Hopping and wrapped in burlap. Okay. Never heard of that before. Okay, so I gotta switch sides. This is becoming to be too much. Me and acid reflux are not close at all. Oh. Oh. Excuse me. So you guys hand make your gifts? Handmade. I do too. Actually decorated my department with Nightmare Before Christmas. Blow ups, little, not really little, but like stuffed animal door grater things. They've got a solid base, a solid firm base, and then they're stuffed. I bought the Zero one, favorite character of the whole movie. I bought that one last year. This year I don't know if I'm going to buy Jack and Sally. And then I've got a Jack Skellington blow up, a Zero blow up, a Nightmare Before Christmas projector, where it's got the little characters with the colors that move. Just a few other things. Actually, I have a Disney sleeve that I want to get on this arm. I've got a Simba tattoo. I want to finish it with the quote Rafiki says from the movie. But then I want to kind of do like a night and day theme. So like one part of it will be night, and then it'll blend into day. I've got like Nightmare Before Christmas, Little Mermaid, Stitch, Flubber, just a bunch of my childhood movies and shows that I want to get. Congrats. Happy for you. However, I wasn't fortunate enough to have my first real relationship last even a year. Yeah, all my tattoos do have a meaning and a purpose. I'm not one of those people that just wants to get some random thing tattooed on himself. What I get has to have a meaning, has to have a purpose. I don't want to be old looking at something I got tattooed on myself and be like, why the hell did I get this? I want to be able to look back at it and remember either the good times or the important moments, or even remember some of the heartaches and all that, and remember and be able to remember that I got over it and got through it. I don't know if I'll get something tattooed to signify that, but if I do, it's definitely going to be something very heartfelt and meaningful. So when I'm 10 years down the road and I look at it, I remember all the good times, but then I remember the important parts and the important aspects of it. That's much better. I had to tweak the screen. I couldn't even see myself through the messages. I'm vain like that, I guess. I've got... This is my newest one I got last year. Alright, you too. Thanks for joining. I'm probably going to hop off here. Have a good one.
So this we addressed, that was the first thing we addressed, that was a tiny thing. The temperature was already rising in the side chat. I read the comment, and then after I started reading the comment, I gave a generalized message to everyone. Any haters that are going to be pulling up in here, listen, here's the deal. This is not a bachelor session. This is not a witch trial. This is not whatever you probably think it is. This is something else. This is something else, and I did my best to tell people what I was doing, what I wanted to do.
Excuse me.
Just as I took pains, and this is human nature, we're all guilty of it. We just come to these instant conclusions based on the moment, based on some context. And this is what she's doing just what I've done with the book. It wasn't directed at you. So, but in her mind, in her reality, I am being shady as hell with her. And she is reading it as Mallory
just kind of laying here now. It's almost 1 o'clock. Woo. Hey, Carrie. It's cool. I'm just chilling. No worries. Thank you. How's your night going so far? It was okay. Just worked. Kind of a short day, but I still have 2 more days of work. Pretty much whatever. Thank you. I haven't moved the lamp. Lamp still same spot, same position. What would you want to call me, Carrie? No, I get 1 day off, and that's Friday. If I quit a job, I hope I have something else lined up, because I can't afford to not work. I've got too many bills to pay. Oh, I've got to fix these pillows. That's fine then. I don't mind. Yeah, no, just 1 day a week since I started my old job back. 1 day a week. It's touch and go. Only time you're lucky to find something good, you pretty much got to know somebody who knows somebody. My job, however, is not so much. I do want to find something else. Something a little more me. Oh, you're cool. So it's only 1 o'clock here. Are you in the same time zone? Well, ideally, okay, so you're an hour behind me. Well, ideally, I have a passion for cooking, but ideally, I would like to help underprivileged youth, especially any of the LGBTQ youth. Unfortunately, in this part of town, that I've seen or looked up, there's not many resources available for the youth, let alone even for the grown people. Yeah, there's free STD centers and everything, but there's nothing. Trying to figure out how to say it appropriately. There's not really many resources. There's not anything that I've seen that helps the homeless youth or even the homeless, adults who are LGBTQ. If I won the lottery, yeah, I would like to. The LGBT population here, from what I've seen and experienced, is kind of a joke. There really isn't any resource centers. The community here it's not even a real community. There's not even a real pride. Yeah, they push back the pride to later months, so when it's cooler out, nobody's passing out from heat stroke or exhaustion. There's just not much here, unfortunately, and it's kind of sad, really, because I've been trying to, not recently, but I've looked up LGBT centers to try to work at, but there are none, and the ones that are available, they're for trans or lesbians, and they pretty much only hire females, or they're basically run by old white ladies and nothing else. There's not really any shelters that I've noticed or seen. It has been a while since I've looked them up, but last I checked, there's no shelters. And say it's been about a good year or two since I last checked. So it could have changed, but I honestly don't think so. none of them are going to be okay. There's not any outreach centers or anything. Everybody's at risk. There's nothing to help with the population here. From what I've seen and experienced, the majority of the gay men in this area of, transmitting STDs or HIV. You meet one gay person here, and then you meet 1,000, you meet 100 more, and then that last person's going to know the first person. Everybody knows everybody. There's no privacy in the matter, but then on top of that, everybody's almost slept with everybody. I've met people who, just on a conversation level, that have messed around with umpteen many people, that I end up meeting somebody else down the road or down the line that they know them through that experience, and I just think it's a shame. STD rates here are high. It's ridiculous. People here, I don't even think they really know what protection is or precautionaries. LGBT are more at risk of, yes. LGBT are at a higher risk with homelessness and STDs, because a lot of them start out as kids because their family and parents kick them out just for the fact that they are gay or trans or bi or whatever, because they don't live by the family standards or religious standards. I think if there were actually organizations and support groups and proper facilities, that things would be a little bit better here. When I was living back home in LA, the homeless population was horrible, especially for LGBT youth, because of the fact that they were gay or trans or lesbian or bi. Their family kicked them out of their homes and they had nowhere to go, and when you're on the street, it's kind of hard to make ends meet, so they turn tricks. And a lot of them don't care enough about their own health or safety that they either end up getting an STD that could be cured, or they end up getting something worse like HIV. The statistics are horrible, especially for LGBT youth. Yeah, I actually was a part of a facility. I didn't work there. I found it because I was going to school and I wanted something to help me be a little more accepting of myself, even though I kind of already was. But I had never really actually been to a gay and lesbian center. But yeah, I found the place and it was nice. The best part was I was already getting free medical at school, through school, but this place was more of an educational center, as it was an outreach and a transitional center. They help kids get off the streets, get jobs, become working class citizens. They would take in kids to try to help them out. Some would take it, others would abuse it, and then some just, they didn't want it. They didn't want to leave the streets. They were more content on where they were, instead of having a roof over their head and a bed to sleep in and 3 real square meals a day and a shower and clothes and all of that stuff. Some just got so used to living on the streets, turning tricks, doing whatever they could, that they didn't want to take a healthier approach. And it was really sad. And I've met quite a few of them. And I want to believe that we did get close on a level. And unfortunately, some of them, they end up in jail. A lot of them end up in jail. They end up with a criminal record, or they end up dying either from overdosing or getting an incurable disease and not getting the proper medication or treatment. Unfortunately, there's not much that can be done about parents kicking their kids out, because it then becomes a he said, she said type situation. I wish it were illegal. I don't think it's so much of them feeling anxious at the idea of being trapped in a building as it was so much of them just kind of accepting where they are, and that's kind of all they know, and they don't want any more, they don't want any help. At some point, they might have been given help, and they either got burned or whatever the case may be, and it just didn't work out. Some people are so used to living on the streets, fending for themselves, doing what they have to do day in and day out to, wake up the next morning. And unfortunately, sometimes a lot of it results in drug usage, alcohol consumption, and putting their health at risk with sleeping with random people, either to make a buck or just to get off. Wasn't a better way of saying that last part, but yeah. There's one particular person that I felt like I got close with, and they led me to believe that their family didn't want anything to do with them, but I think that wasn't the case. I think that they just wanted to be free, and they ended up in and out of jail. There's one particular time to where they got locked up, and I found out through somebody. So I literally spent an entire day tracking them down, going from police station to police station, which ended up leading me all the way back downtown where I was staying at for school. And I go in there, and not one of their supposed friends or anybody came to visit them. And it kind of broke my heart a little bit that I was the only person that cared enough to go visit and see how they were doing. Unfortunately, they were in and out of jail a lot, and most recently they were in jail. Nobody heard from them, not family or anybody. And I was in talks with their sister, who was trying to find them one day, or trying to find them for a while, and she sent me pics, and I was like, oh wow. And they just look so horrible and so beat up that I think the drugs really did mess with their mind. And at this point, as of today, I don't know what's going on. I do think about them a lot. I do worry about them. I believe, yes, they had their issues, but I think at the same time, nobody actually took the time to try to understand, or even if they did, that they just didn't want the help. They might have just been so far gone that they didn't want the help. I hope that's not the case now. I hope they're getting help. I hope they're getting treated, and I hope somebody's taking the time to sit down and listen. Journalists can do all they want. The problem with today is that I'm spacing. The problem with today is that nobody cares. It's not gonna produce enough hype. For example, the Flint, Michigan water crisis. It's still a problem. The fire in the Amazons. You never seen it on the news or anything. Nobody wanted to make a big hype about it. But 100-year-old church going on fire, everybody is making a big issue about it. Everybody's making a big deal. It's a church, okay? I mean, yeah, it's a historic monument. It's bad that it burned down. But there was a fire in the Amazon for quite a while before anybody made it public, before anybody talked about it on social media or the news or anywhere. Unfortunately, it's just not a big enough hype. A lot of people just don't care. It's not something they can make money off of. It's something that would cost people money, and unfortunately, in this day and age, people are more worried about making money than they are helping. You had all these people donate millions upon millions to fix the church. But where were these people with the Flint, Michigan crisis? Where are these people with the Amazon crisis? Where are these people with the homeless crisis? Where are these people with the homeless veteran crisis? You know, all these problems in our own backyard. And we're more worried about taking care of everybody else than we are ourselves. You can't wipe your butt if you mail off your TP instead of giving some to your neighbor. You got to be able to take care of what's here. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for helping, but if we can't take care of ourselves, then who the hell is going to do it for us? Like, honestly, I hate that. And I like to help when I can. I like to be able to help, but sometimes there's a time when I can't. Most recently, this person that I met a few years ago has been blowing me up, asking me for money, just randomly out of nowhere, just asking me for money. And it's like, dude, I'm going through my own shit. I'm going through my own problems. I don't have it. And at the same time, I kind of feel a little used, or maybe not so much used, but just the fact that we haven't spoken in a long time. We don't really know each other like that. We met one time and that was it. And we've messaged here and there. But we haven't talked for a very long time since this last time. And you just randomly ask me for money? Like, don't you have people in your life that you talk to on a daily, or a lot more than we do, to ask? Instead, you want to ask a complete random stranger for money? And I get that. You know, sometimes you don't have any other choice. Whether, you know, you're asking for, you know, $5, or, you know, you set up a GoFundMe, you know, trying to get strangers to donate. But the thing is, if we can't take care of ourselves, nobody else is going to do it for us, clearly. We need to be more worried about what's going on in our own backyard before we are what's going on over the wall. Because nobody else is going to take care of us better than we can. I mean, as proof, I mean, we're trying to take care of everybody else overseas, but half the time we're screwing it up. Because we're trying to dictate, we're trying to control, we're trying to, you know, turn into a monarchy. Like, we're just trying to run everybody else's households instead of taking care of our own. Stop being more worried about what's happening outside of your home than you are what's inside. Me, honestly, I don't really like to ask for money. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've seen or heard, you know, I did put a GoFundMe up to try to help me get a car because I was spending a lot of money just trying to Uber to and from work. And, you know, ever since I lost my last car, I lost my last job, which thankfully I got back. I lost quite a bit of income from that. And, you know, without having a car where I'm living, it's kind of hard to make the money that I need in order to live. So yeah, I mean, I did set up. So yeah, I did set something up. And of course, at no surprise, nobody even considered helping. You just realized you need to get offline. Everything okay? No, I do have a car. At the time I didn't. My last car actually... Um, yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at something else. But no, my last car broke down a week before my birthday, so that kind of ruined my plans. And I had to walk about 45 minutes just one way to get to work. And in the summer, it's horrible. And I heat up easily and I sweat a lot when I do. So having to walk to work and sweating like that is no bueno. No, my car's still full. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm hoping to Friday. But no, my car broke down a week before my birthday last year, and it did put some struggles. And I got to the point where I was like, I need to be able to make money so I can move. My last place wasn't mentally healthy for myself, and there was no way that I could afford to find another job without having a car, because there's nothing really in this area that is walkable or, accommodating. And if I'm spending that kind of money on a car, or I'm sorry, if I'm spending that kind of money Ubering around or Lyft or using Lyft, then I could at least take that money and put it towards car payments, car notes, insurance, gas. I'm hoping Friday that I will be doing it, although I might have a job opportunity that I might look into. Unfortunately, with only having one day off, it kind of makes it hard to plan everything, because I really do want to sleep in, or even stay up late and start some shit, start messing around with stuff. I'm waiting on Duggart to help me with some stuff, get some stuff put together. I was honestly getting talked down to, looked down upon. I wasn't really shown any much respect from one of the people. They constantly just talked down to me. When my partner had moved in, he was constantly talking shit about him from day one up until the day he left. Even afterwards, even to this moment, I'm sure he's still talking shit. He's part of the reason why my partner left. And he's the majority of the reason why I left. But yeah, I have a possible job prospect Friday that I might go look into. But I'm not sure. I don't really want to give much information about him. But yeah, we talked online for a while, and then he moved here, and we dated from October up until the end of June. The last Saturday of the month, or I should say the last Friday of June was our last night together. We've seen each other a couple times in the past 2 weeks. He actually helped me move in here. I'm, like I said, very grateful of his help. But it was my first real relationship. Never really felt that way about anybody else or with anybody else. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. We were two different people, two different mindsets, and you're fine. Recent and pretty much only BF. Yeah. But we were two different people, and honestly, I think if we would have spent more time trying to keep us together than we would have about us. Honestly, don't see us getting back together. I would like that, but realistically, it's not possible. Yeah, he was older, 10 years. I'm so glad to have had him in my life. I couldn't imagine my life without him. But he was definitely meant for a season and not for a lifetime. Relationship wise, he was meant for a season. Friendship wise, that's yet to be determined. But long term, no, we're not compatible, unfortunately. Yeah, no. There's no one good here. There is one person that I've been talking to since before. Like the fishes. There's one that I've been talking to before him. Just talking. Nothing outside of a typical conversation. I'm hoping so. I want him to. I couldn't see my life without him. I've been able to talk to him and not feel stupid or put down or anything. I would eventually like to move back west, but yeah, there's someone that I was talking to for a while, and then we kind of just stopped, and then we started up again, and I asked him if he was interested in me, and he said yeah. But from my standpoint, it doesn't look like it, because if you're interested in somebody, no matter what you're doing, you're going to take the time and make the effort to show that you're interested in somebody. You're not just going to talk to them, once a week or, a couple messages. Yes, he has sent me messages like good morning. My ex, yes. He's treated me better than anybody that I've ever met, a relationship standpoint or a friendship standpoint. When he moved here, he had a few dollars to his name, and he pretty much spent almost every dollar on me, and I didn't want him to. I didn't even ask him to. He did it because he wanted to. But the one guy, he doesn't show any interest. He doesn't really talk. I've tried to make arrangements to meet up, have a coffee or a tea or whatever, and it just never goes through. So I've just I blew it off. If it's not important enough for you to try to have some kind of open communication to where we can talk like we used to before, or at least get there. You know, agree to try to meet up when we can. Unfortunately, the only time that I am available at any point to meet up is when I'm off. Because we do live on two different totally parts of town, I've agreed to meet up somewhere close to his job for us to get drinks, and never worked out. Uh, excuse me. That's actually been the only prospect since I've been here. Is who having any health or depression issues? The prospect or my ex? Um, well, if you're talking about the prospect, when we initially started talking, we actually talked quite a bit. We talked a lot. Um, we used to talk a lot, even while he was at work, and I would be off. I'd get off work. We'd actually video chat when I had an iPhone. We would do FaceTime and just talk and bullshit. But now we don't even talk on the phone. We've talked on the phone, I think, twice since we started talking again. And every now and then, I'll get a message. Either he'll send me one first, or I'll send him one. I think I'm gonna. Ugh. I think I'm getting there too, Carrie. We've been going for over 2 hours. Hi, random viewer. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna get to bed myself. I'm gonna finish my episode of Shameless, and then maybe watch another one. If not, just lay here and go to bed. Yeah, definitely. If I do something on Friday, doing a live vid for the unpacking and organizing, I'll probably make a little snippet, a little video, given a time and everything. So if you want to send anybody my way to join, if I can figure out how to, do like a panel, I guess, I don't know. That'd be pretty cool. Get other people actually talking. I haven't quite figured that part out yet. I might play with it, between now and then. But yeah, I'll probably post a little video giving a time that I'll be doing it. So yeah. So for you and the person that's just watching in the corner, y'all get some sleep. Good night, sweet dreams. And we'll do this again. Alrighty. Good night.